week's guest on Poetry from Daily Life is Jane Yolen, who divides her time between Hatfield, Massachusetts and Mystic Court in Scotland. Jane began writing in second grade and published her first poetry at Smith College's magazine. She sold her first book on her 22nd birthday. She writes in numerous genres, but likes poetry and children's picture books best. Among her hundreds of books, Jane especially loved writing Owl Moon, a picture book, and the collection of poems in Kaddish. A unique fact about Jane is that she has written at least one poem a day for the last 19 years. Jane Yolen is traveling now, and she asked me if I would read her column for her. Jane and I have been dear friends for many years, and I consider it an honor to read her column for you today. Daily Observations. I write a poem a day, sometimes more, for 3 reasons. First, for finger exercises that wake up both fingers and brain. Second, I use it observationally, and by that I mean to sharpen my observations of the world around me, to make connections. At 84, I could just rest on my laurels, or give up being engaged to the world, or watch TV, or sleep a lot. But living on a 14-acre unfarmed farm in Massachusetts for the last 50 years, I have found watching the wild keeps me sharp. And third, I might just get a new book out of it. I may be 84, but I have 457 books already out there, with about 30 more sold. I'm not ready yet to do a Sleeping Beauty. Convocation of vultures sit upon my barn roof, contemplating eternity as if they control it. And in a way they do. They measure the size of mortality with their large beaks and notarize the deaths of every squirrel and skunk on the block, leaving nothing but a death mask behind. I too contemplate mortality. My father lived the last 7 years of his life with my family when my children, all grown up now, were teens. My father began every day by reading the New York Times obituary column. Why? I asked him. And he replied, to remind myself that I am still alive. And while I find myself occasionally reading the local obituaries as well, I know every morning when I get up and write a poem that I am still alive too. Resolution of vultures. 7 sit daily on my barn roof in silent convocation, staring in all directions till one lifts its head, its wings, flies aloft a silent signal that lunch is spread, and they all follow to the dead. All poets use observation to write poetry. Some turn inward, some outward. But the poems do both things at the same time. You can see in my vulture poems that I have looked at the birds for some time, but you can also hear in my words that I made connections far beyond the vulture's world, even connecting the elder gods. Return of the vultures. By 1 through 7, the convocation of vultures, never looking less hungry, return. They sit on the barn roof, surveying the farmland, the road into town, where many a squirrel has limped to its death. Then one by one, the 7 lift off and fly north, possibly for dinner or another rooftop. I never ask. They never explain. Where have the 7 vultures gone? Have they moved south? Started a commune? Opened a store of dead animals? Created bone jewelry? Hired a top chef? Or did they just get tired of the same company, bored with the same outlook, ready for something more exotic? White squirrel? Anybody? How to talk to a vulture. We have not met yet. I hope it is not soon. Thank you, Jane.